Good morning. Welcome to beautiful Songing Malvern here in England. I'm here at the Three Counties Showground for the National Kit Car Show, and I'm here to have a look at the GT-40 kit cars and to see if I can decide which one that I'm going to commence my build on. So come with me and let's have a look. Thanks.
Welcome to the Ultimate Challenge. Today we're building a legend, the GT-40, a car that conquered Le Mans and raced into the hearts of millions. Crafted for speed, designed for glory, the GT-40 is a marvel of engineering, but today was in the hands of IKEA Man. Will his Billy Bookcase experience help? One legendary car, zero clue. Will he assemble it, or will it be a costly disaster? Stay tuned.
So I'm here with Danny on the AK sports car stand, and we're looking at this absolutely amazing GT40. Danny, would you mind taking me round the car?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So yeah, this is our AK40 GT40 replica. This is something that's fairly new to the company. We bought a business called Southern GT, which is well known, about 3 years ago. And since then, we've started developing it a little bit more, trying to make it a little bit more modern. So in this demonstrator that we've got here today, you'll see a Gen 3 Ford Coyote engine. Now, we are the only manufacturer that will offer this option. It's given a lot more torque, a lot more brake horsepower, along with drivability on a Can-Am's ECU. Normally, it would have the 302. Ford 302, which equally is a lovely engine, but it's not as modern. You can see on here, if I move this out of the way.
So in terms of day-to-day use and
yep,
comfort, reliability and stuff like that, this is probably the way to go.
As reliable as you can get. It is like a modern day car.
Yeah.
In terms of the ECU, when you build it and you're finished and you're driving it down the road, there's an opportunity for us to come and sit next to you with our laptop and actually program it to how you drive. So it can be a truly one-off built for you. So yeah, if whether you like driving it around town more, whether you like put your foot down and you've got a heavy foot, it's truly is what you need.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the chassis is designed to obviously take this. When you order it, you order the chassis for this particular engine.
Yeah, when you order your chassis, you let us know whether you want to put a 302 in it, whether you want to put a Ford Coyote, or even if you wanted to put, dare I say it, an LS3 engine in it.
Right.
You can pretty much put a variety of things in it, mainly the Coyote, Gen 3, Gen 4, or Gen 4X.
Right, okay.
Or the 302, standard. Yeah, you just let us know that's what you're going to fit, and we will accommodate the engine mount for that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, the build as a whole, I'm probably not your average petrol head. I like beautiful cars, but I don't necessarily like to get my nails dirty.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think the Ford GT-40 is a thing of beauty. And I really would like to be able to put one together. Now, for somebody who's prepared to do lots of research and measure twice and cut once, do you think this is within the capabilities of somebody with that skill set or lack of skill set?
I would recommend you have a little bit of mechanical knowledge, purely because you are working with rose joints, which do need attention every so often in terms of servicing. In terms of getting your nails dirty, everything is brand new that you're going to put on. There is going to be no dirt. So that's that. Now, what you would do is you would get your chassis and you would buy an aluminium panel kit.
Yep.
And then what you would do is you would place the panels in a sequence which we give you, and rivet them all together. And there is a lot of rivets, so we would recommend getting a battery-operated rivet gun.
Yeah.
Because if not, your hands are going to hurt. Other than that, it's quite literally, as you can see, it is bolted together. So you've got your cast aluminium hubs, which obviously brand new, ready to be assembled. Drive shafts, brand new, ready to be assembled. Brand new gearbox, brand new engine. Your tie bars, your drop links, your wishbones, they're all straightforward to put on. You have spacers, so we will provide you with a document which tells you what spacers will go where.
Yep.
In terms of suspension, there's a couple of options for you, depending on what sort of ride you're after, whether you're going to track the car. It really is a thing of beauty. The worst part about putting the kit together is when you actually go to fit your body. The body can be tricky, but as you can see when we open this door, you have to get all the lines perfect.
Yep.
As you go to open the door, the inside of the door swings backwards. So trying to get the door mounted can be a little bit tricky, but it's not a dirty job. You just need a couple of hands.
So it's a case of take your time and take a little bit off at a time.
That. Yeah. So in terms of the Cobras, we would say it's a 400-hour build.
Yep.
And in terms of a 40, you're 1,000-hour build.
Right.
So it's going to take you a lot longer than it would to do a Cobra, Caterham, or something alike.
Yep.
It is on the top end of the spectrum on knowledge.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
And manuals, CDs, DVDs.
So we are
help on the other line.
Yeah, so help's always available. Whether it be at a weekend, when you drop us an email, one of us will always get back to you, or whether it be during the week, you've got a quick niggling answer, ring us up and we'll answer it there and then. In terms of the build manual, the one that we have for the Cobra is very comprehensive. It will take you through every washer, every bolt that you need and what sequence to do everything in. We are now working our way through this after building a fair amount of them as to which way best people do it at home. It's different for us in the factory. We have lifts, we have post lifts. We've got a lot more access to tools that people in a garage probably wouldn't have. So it's for us now trying to put the sequence together in which you'd be better to do it, when to put your floor pans in so you don't scratch them, whether it's easier to access stuff without having them in there. So we're working our way through that, and it is a work in progress, but hopefully come summertime, it'll be out there. But we have had 12 people in build now, and it is a case of we show them all the pictures that we have got, and they fire questions to us. We answer the questions. We'll tell you roughly where you're going with it. And yeah.
Thank you so much. That's
You're more
been
than welcome.
really helpful. Thank you. Right. I'm here with Andy. Andy's got a YouTube channel called Ratchet. So I suggest you go and have a look at that one.
Absolutely.
And he's kindly agreed to show me around his GT-40 kit. You might have already seen it. It's a very popular machine. Take it away, Andy.
Yeah, so this is a 2018 Tornado that I bought in 2018. I bought it as a built car. At the time, it was candy blue on 17-inch polished wheels. It looked very different to how it does now. And the intention was that I was going to evolve it into my own car over time. So when I initially got the car, I did a lot of small little tweaks and touches to it to start to make it my own. But it really began in December of 2019 when I decided to take it off of the road and gut the interior and really start to sort of put together my vision of a perfect GT-40. And it was about at that time that I started stripping things out of the interior, and I saw that I didn't like, I saw that I didn't like, I saw this that I didn't like, and before I knew it, it was just downhill fast. And yeah, about 3 or 4 months later, it was down to an absolute bare chassis, engine and gearbox out, wiring loom was out. There was nothing left other than the chassis in the middle of the garage floor. So from there, I then rectified all of the work that I didn't like from the previous builder, and then created what you can see here today. So everything has changed. And yeah, it's been a labour of love, and I've obsessed over every single detail and nut, bolt, fitting, rivet spacing that you can see here. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's panned out.
It certainly is a stunning looking car. With hindsight, is that the way you would have done it, or would you have been better off with what you know now, starting from scratch and buying a kit?
I think I went to buy this with rose-tinted glasses on, as you do when you're buying your boyhood dream car. So I think if I'd gone with someone and they said, "Come on, Andy, what are you doing? This car's a bag of nails," then I would have walked away and bided my time to find a better base.
Yeah.
The good thing, the car drove into the garage, so I knew I had every single part for it to drive back out. You know, I wasn't compiling shopping lists upon shopping lists to then round up, you know, hoses, fixtures, fittings, parts X, Y, and Z. So I had everything I needed to start with a working car and end with a working car. Now, obviously, I changed probably 80% of everything that was fitted to the car, but I knew I had a complete working car. So maybe that's a bit of man logic that I'm trying to persuade myself that I made the right choice and it wasn't just a horrendous financial mistake. I don't know, but I'm planning to do it again, and I will be starting from a kit, or I will be buying a very, very, very cheap, raggedy old GT-40, because I know immediately I'll be stripping it back to nothing and then starting again. So I think there's two sides to every story. You know, I made the decision I made, and obviously I've had to just go with it and suck it up and keep pushing on.
Brilliant. Can you take us around the car? I believe it's a Tornado kit.
Yep.
How did you find Tornado? as a company? And
In all honesty, they're about an hour away from me. And because they've been around for 35 years, they have got the depth of parts they have in stock is second to none. And that was critical for me in order to keep up momentum of the deconstruction, rectification, and then rebuild. The fact I wasn't waiting on suspension components for 8-12 weeks while they were being manufactured. Everything was in stock. All of the little trinketry that I've added to the car, they had stock of it. So I would go up and see Tornado, pick up a load of bits and pieces. Then that was my weekend plans. You know, I wasn't wasting time and losing momentum by just waiting for parts to be made and for them to turn up. So yeah, it's a Tornado kit. It's their space frame chassis. And so I personally, my experience with Tornado couldn't be any better.
great. And sorry, it's not a GT-40, so we won't pan and have a look what it is. Walk us around the car and explain what you've done to it and what bits.
Gosh, right.
Is that everything?
It is everything. Let's start
Yep.
from the back. So, bespoke gurney flap. Because I've got a 5-digit number plate, I've shortened the recess of the number plate because normally you'd have a 6-digit, 7-digit, 6-digit. So this has been shrunk in. The original singular circular rear lights, I've removed, fiberglassed over and fitted the earlier style Lucas lights. It has got a set of Tornado's megaphone exhaust, which are slightly baffled, but you still get a nice sort of popple and crack on overrun. It's fitted with Mark II GT-40 rear periscope vents. Now, on the original cars, these were used for brake cooling to the rear brakes, but I'm using these as just air intake and circulation, so the back of the car doesn't get too hot. Custom made dimple dyed rear vents. So moving on to the arches, these are Golf arches, but I didn't like how wide the Golf arches sat. So these have actually been narrowed. So I've not got a narrow body car, but I've not got a Golf arch car. I've got a midway because I wanted to take away some of that massive difference in rear width to front wheel track width, because if you look on some of the other cars, the difference is massive, and I didn't actually like that. So this is a complete bespoke width GT40. Wheels are 11x15 image BR6s with the period correct size Avons. Tornado's recreation of the Hartwell latches. It's just one of those little jewellery pieces that if you go into this extent, you really need it. The decals I custom designed because I couldn't find the right size Ford logo and stripe sizing, so I designed those myself and had them fitted. Bespoke side windows with window slider. I'm trialling an air intake at the moment, which I made to try and get some air circulation in the car because it isn't air conditioned, and I wish I did make it air conditioned because I have no carpet on the rear bulkhead, so it acts like a massive radiator when the car gets too hot. Single-seater style mirrors. Coming around to the front, I have deepened the nose panel snorkel to increase the air outtake from the radiators. I've got canards that I've fitted. I've opened up the knacker ducts because quite a lot of people actually leave these closed and it just looks bizarre. Some quick release style latches instead of the quarter turn Zeus fasteners. And I think that is the vast majority of the changes outside. Obviously, it has been resprayed from a candy blue to what you see here today. It's not linden green. I don't know what green it is. It was just a colour swatch that the paint supply showed me. I got a spray out and I thought that was the colour itself. Yeah. The yellow stripes are my sort of take on the driver identification stripes that you sometimes see on Ford Cobras. It's basically so you can see, if you can't see the roundel, you can see the colour marker which identifies what driver is in the car. So it's sort of my little homage to you know, the cars of this era. I've tried to go for a real sort of retro period race car look with the colour and obviously all of the fixtures and fittings.
Yeah.
But that's basically it from the outside.
It's absolutely beautiful. Now, if you had one piece of advice to somebody who's never done anything like this and is looking at starting it, what would that be?
If you are going to build a kit from scratch, then do your homework on the companies out there. There aren't many, really, in all honesty. So go and visit them. Go and have a look at the products that they make. Go and, like I say, I've mentioned before, just the depth of stock that they have. And their lead times as well, you know, that because if you're itching to crack on, you know, you may be swayed if someone can get you a quicker kit, but don't rush the build. You know, everyone's eager to get it on the road, but, you know, just keep pushing for that sort of level of perfection that you've sent yourself, because a bad kit is a bad kit, and a badly built kit car is just it's a shame to see.
A good kit car built badly is a bad kit car.
There you go. You put it far better than I did. Other than that, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I had a very rocky start to mine, but by the time it got round to the actual building of the car, it was a wicked experience, you know, and just obsessing over all of those details and bits and pieces that you can do is what I really enjoyed about it.
Right. Thanks, Andy. And
absolute pleasure.
And don't forget to look at his channel. It's Ratchet.
Yeah, it's just Ratchet, or search for Ratchet GT-40 and you'll find me on YouTube. Also on Instagram, search for the same thing. And yeah, you'll see me on a few other GT40 Facebook pages as well.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Cheers.